Long Island medium Theresa Caputo's new journey. Theresa Caputo, star of the popular TV show Long Island Medium, is now coming to the audience in a new way. He has started a new season with his family, where family stories and real-life experiences will be the main focus. Despite working on connecting with the soul for a long time, that chapter is now over. After his previous contract ended, he decided to reorganize his career in a family atmosphere. Fans are eagerly waiting to see how Theresa handles her family and moves forward in this new journey. Theresa Caputo stood in front of the cameras once again, but this time, things were different. The room wasn't filled with people seeking messages from the beyond. Instead, it was her own family, gathered around a cozy living room set, ready to share their stories. After years of being known as the Long Island Medium, Theresa had decided it was time for a change. Connecting with spirits had been her life's work, but she had started feeling disconnected from the living, the people who mattered most. Her daughter, Victoria, had gone through a difficult divorce, her son, Larry Jr., had faced financial troubles, and her ex-husband, Larry Sr., was battling health issues. It was time to bring the family back together. The first episode of her new show, Theresa's Family Chronicles, opened with Theresa standing in her kitchen, stirring a pot of homemade sauce. "For years, I've helped people find closure and peace," she said, looking at the camera. "But today, I want to focus on something even more important: family. My family." As the season unfolded, viewers saw a different side of Theresa. She wasn't just a medium anymore. She was a mother, a grandmother, and a woman navigating the ups and downs of life. Some episodes were heartwarming. Victoria introducing her newborn twins to the world, family dinners filled with laughter, and nostalgic trips down memory lane. But there were challenges too. Heated arguments over old wounds, Theresa's struggle to let go of her past identity, and the constant question: was she ready to move on from the spiritual world completely? One emotional episode followed Theresa as she visited Larry Sr. in the hospital. Despite their past, she still cared for him. "You were a big part of my life," she whispered, holding his hand. "No matter what happens, we'll always be family." Fans were captivated. They had watched Theresa talk to spirits for years, but now they were witnessing something even more powerful: her own transformation. As the season finale approached, Theresa stood on the beach, watching the waves crash against the shore. "Life isn't about looking back," she said. "It's about moving forward, and this is just the beginning of my new journey." The screen faded to black, but for Theresa Caputo, a new chapter had just begun. However, Karen sat nervously in the dimly lit room, her hands clenched tightly in her lap. Across from her, Theresa Caputo, the famous Long Island medium, adjusted her signature blonde hair and offered a reassuring smile. "Your energy is strong, sweetheart," Theresa said, closing her eyes for a moment. "Spirit is already coming through." Karen's heart pounded. She had spent the last 5 years grieving the loss of her daughter, Emily, who had been brutally murdered in a case that remained unsolved. No closure, no justice, just an endless ache in her chest. Theresa suddenly gasped. "Oh my God, she's here. Your daughter, Emily, right?" Tears welled in Karen's eyes. "Yes." Theresa's hands trembled as she clutched her chest. "She's showing me something. A locket. Do you have it?" Karen reached beneath her sweater and pulled out a small gold locket. "I wear it every day. It was hers." Theresa smiled. "She says she loves that you still keep it close. She's saying, 'Mom, I never left you. I'm always here.'" A sob escaped Karen's lips. "I miss her so much." Theresa paused, her face suddenly turning serious. "She's showing me something important. A man. Dark hair, a scar on his right hand. Does this mean anything to you?" Karen's breath caught in her throat. That description matched the man police had once questioned but never charged. "Emily says he knows the truth," Theresa continued, "and that the evidence is hidden in a place with water, a lake or a river." Karen's mind raced. There was a small lake behind the suspect's house. Could it be possible? She says you need to go back to the police, Theresa said firmly. She wants you to know. She's at peace, but she won't rest until the truth comes out. Tears streamed down Karen's face as hope flickered in her heart for the first time in years. Thank you, Theresa, she whispered. Theresa smiled gently. It's not me, sweetheart. It's Emily. She's still looking out for you. However, it was a bright and sunny morning when Theresa Caputo, the famous Long Island medium, prepared for her upcoming reading with none other than Carson Kressley, the style guru and TV personality. While Theresa had always been known for her unique and bold fashion choices, she felt the pressure of looking her best for a celebrity reading. After all, it wasn't just any ordinary reading. It was with Carson Kressley, the man whose style expertise had dazzled millions. Feeling a bit unsure about what to wear, Theresa decided to enlist the help of an expert. Enter Ruby, a renowned fashion consultant who had worked with countless stars. She arrived at Theresa's house, carrying an array of glamorous outfits, from vibrant dresses to chic jumpsuits, all carefully selected for the occasion. As soon as Ruby stepped into Theresa's home, she immediately went to work. Theresa, darling, you're radiant, but today we need to elevate your look. We're going for something that says bold medium meets Hollywood star. Ruby picked out a stunning metallic gold dress, accented with a statement belt, and paired it with silver heels that shimmered in the light. Theresa, accustomed to wearing more casual attire, hesitated. I'm not sure if I can pull this off. It's so glamorous. Ruby smiled. Trust me, Theresa. This look will capture your energy perfectly, strong, bold, and full of confidence. Theresa tried the outfit on, standing in front of her mirror. She twirled and looked at herself from every angle, slowly warming up to the idea. Wow, this really feels different, but I like it. With the wardrobe issue settled, the two of them headed to the location for the reading. Carson Kressley was already there, wearing his signature colorful ensemble and his radiant smile. When Theresa walked in, Carson couldn't help but raise his eyebrows in admiration. Wow, Theresa, you look amazing. That dress is everything. Theresa beamed with pride. Ruby helped me pick it out. I think I'm finally embracing a little glam. As the reading began, Carson was mesmerized by Theresa's ability to communicate with the spirits, but he couldn't help but notice how her new look made her shine even brighter. The combination of her powerful presence and the expert wardrobe choice made the reading feel even more extraordinary. Afterward, Carson complimented her once again. Theresa, you have such an incredible gift, and now your wardrobe matches the energy you bring to every reading. I think we've just set a new fashion trend for psychics. Theresa laughed, feeling more confident than ever. Maybe the spirits just wanted me to look good today. And with that, Theresa Caputo's reading with Carson Kressley became a perfect blend of style and spirit, proof that a little wardrobe magic can go a long way in boosting confidence. However, it had been 2 years since Lisa had lost her son Daniel. The pain of his sudden passing still haunted her, and the grief weighed heavily on her heart. One night, as she sat by the window, staring at the moonlight dancing over the city, a knock on the door interrupted her thoughts. Standing there was a woman she had never seen before, but the woman's kind eyes and warm presence immediately made her feel at ease. I'm Theresa, a medium, the woman said, introducing herself. I know this may sound strange, but your son Daniel has been trying to reach you. Lisa's heart skipped a beat. She hadn't been able to say goodbye to Daniel, and the thought that she might have a chance to hear from him again filled her with a mix of hope and apprehension. Theresa continued, he wants you to know that he never wanted to leave you in the way he did. He deeply regrets that he didn't have a chance to say goodbye. He says he is with you every day, guiding you, loving you from the other side. He wants you to find peace, Lisa. Tears filled Lisa's eyes as she listened. She had always believed in the afterlife, but the grief had clouded her ability to feel any sort of connection with Daniel since his passing. Now, hearing Theresa's words, she felt a gentle warmth wash over her. It was as if Daniel himself had spoken through Theresa, offering her the comfort she so desperately needed. "I feel him here now," Theresa said, closing her eyes. "He's smiling at you, Lisa. He's holding a picture of the two of you when he was little. He wants you to know that he's okay. He wants you to stop blaming yourself for not being there when he passed. He wasn't alone. He felt your love with him until the very end." For the first time in years, Lisa felt a sense of calm. The pain didn't disappear, but it lessened. She knew she had to let go of the guilt that had burdened her for so long. Daniel was okay, and even though she hadn't gotten to say goodbye in the way she wanted, she now knew that his love for her transcended time and space. As Theresa left her house, Lisa stood by the window again, this time with a peaceful heart. The moonlight no longer felt distant, but familiar and comforting, just like her son's love. She whispered into the night, "I love you, Daniel, and now I can say goodbye." However, Theresa Caputo had always felt the presence of her father around her, especially when she was working with clients during her readings. It had been years since he passed, yet his spirit lingered in the background of her life. Despite the constant connection she felt through her mediumship, there was still one thing she longed for: a clear, unmistakable sign that her father was watching over her. One cool autumn day, while sitting in her garden, she closed her eyes for a brief meditation. As she breathed deeply, a powerful, almost ethereal energy surrounded her. Opening her eyes, she was startled to see a majestic eagle soaring high above her, its wings outstretched with grace and strength. The eagle circled once, then descended gently toward her, landing on a nearby branch. Theresa's heart skipped a beat. There was no mistaking it. This was the sign she had been waiting for. Her father had returned, not as a ghostly figure, but as something far more symbolic: an eagle, a creature of freedom and higher wisdom. The eagle was a messenger, and in that moment, it felt as though her father was delivering one final message. "You're never alone, Theresa," the eagle seemed to whisper with its piercing gaze. "My spirit soars with you, guiding your path." Theresa knew that her father's spirit had always been with her, but now this new form gave her a sense of peace she hadn't expected. She felt his love surround her like a protective shield, reaffirming that his guidance would continue, even if she couldn't always see him. From that day on, whenever she felt lost or unsure, she would look to the sky and remember the eagle. It wasn't just a bird. It was her father's spirit, always watching, always guiding. His love transcended the physical world and manifested as something greater, the constant presence in her life, reassuring her that no matter how far her journey took her, she was never alone. As she returned to her readings, Theresa began to notice subtle shifts in her practice. Messages came through clearer, and her connection with the other side grew stronger. The eagle was her father's symbol, a constant reminder that the spirits never leave, they only transform into new forms, guiding us from beyond. And so, behind every read, behind every message from the other side, Theresa carried with her the wisdom of the eagle, the wisdom of a father who had never really left, but had only found a new way to watch over his daughter. Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to my channel. I am Mina. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel.